Hey y'all, welcome back to another What Else is Going On, aka We Go podcast episode. Y'all know I get excited. Y'all know if y'all can see her, y'all know this is my boo, this is my baby. I love her so much. I wish that we lived close, but I'm gonna make my trip to
Yes.
her and I'm gonna even respect her boundaries and not be hugging all over her. But at the end of the trip, I'm gonna be hugging all over her. Y'all, I have somebody here who is so funny, so smart, so talented, and so giving. She has given me advice. She has offered her help along this journey. She is truly amazing. And when I tell you she makes me scream, laugh. So let me tell y'all something. I was minding my business last Sunday and went to church. I said, I'm going to church this Sunday. My nephew and godson, we claim them both as godsons, were in a play.
Uh,
Me and Corey got up, got dressed, and went. We left out. After the play was over, church was pretty much over. They called all the kids down to the front, and it's a big church. So we were like, we want to beat the traffic because you be in that parking lot probably for 30 minutes.
hmm
We leave. Instead of me waiting until I get to the car to glance at my phone, I glance down and I have a text with a picture of Wendy and Eddie outside of the courtroom with the following words: Nigga, you was in the courtroom.
I was like, nigga, what the fuck is going on? She was there.
The way I told her she probably would have got me kicked out of the church if I had not have been able to hold on to the laughter that was coming from my feet. But that is just the type of Kiki that we have. We can talk about, I truly believe I could talk to her, whether it be about trigonometry, geometry. She gonna make it funny, but she's also gonna leave an impact on me, which she has the very first
Oh,
time I ever watched her video. Y'all welcome my boo, my girl. We down in the pink where the girls get naked.
you'll get me before you get the actual show. Shit, the way it's going.
Listen, is it coming back?
I think next year it's a whole story with
By
that
that
child.
time, it's
But
gonna be
yeah,
blue. We ain't at the pink no more.
child, that's a yeah. But thank you so much for that introduction. You know I love you, friend.
Listen, y'all. If Keisha says I love you, friend, I know it's real.
Yeah, because you know I don't like people.
Yes, and I tell her if I live close, I would be in her space and in her face. But I'm also that friend that respects boundaries because I know, listen, as much as I love people, I like alone time too. So when people aren't like me all over the place, I respect the boundaries.
Girl, what's funny is I got a video. I'm gonna send it to you to add to this on Christmas. When my brother opened one of his gifts, he looked up at me and he was like, "Can I give you a hug?" I was like, "No." I said, "We can pinky touch." He told us, "Girl, grow up." That's how bad it is. People don't have to hug me. Like only person that can hug me is Kyrie's.
Well, that's funny. Well, you know what? And y'all, that's her son. So listen, that's the best person to hug you.
Yeah.
Because, some people don't even hug their children.
No, no, I don't play that one.
And I know I made that. Me and my husband said from the beginning, we grew up in black households, and not saying every
Mm-hmm.
black household is the same, so y'all don't need to say that. But they raised us, they were worried about our survival. They weren't worried about hugging and doing all that. So we made it a point to make sure we hugged them. I'll never forget as they got older. And at first, it would almost seem like uncomfortable a little bit, not
Mm-hmm.
uncomfortable, but like, oh, this. But
Yeah.
now we hug every single day.
Yeah.
They come in the
Yeah.
house, they hug, and they leave, they hug,
Mm-hmm.
and I love it. But it's funny
Yeah.
that you said, but your son, yeah, that's the best person to hug you.
Yeah, like he be looking like, okay, girl, enough is enough. Like, cause I hug on him all day long. Like he get all the hugs. Can't nobody else get the hugs. And he be like, Mama, like, really, girl.
Okay, so then when I come, because I'm coming, I'm making my way to you. I'm going
Yes.
to introduce myself to him, hug him, and say, "Give this to your mama."
No, you try to hug him, he gonna be like, who is this lady trying to
No,
hug
he
me?
might think if he watches Housewives, he might think I'm Ashley Darby.
Did you see her response today, child?
No, okay, because I just finished. I literally before you and I started, I was taking notes on Sharice and Carlos's podcast. So
Yeah, I
hold
watched
on.
that last
Ashley
night.
responded to that.
Yeah, let me pull it up. I'll play the audio for you, ma'am.
Baby.
I said, this girl is a trip. She is a trip for real, for real.
This is
Okay.
why. I feel like even though they
It's
say
not my
violent,
thing. This is not what I have social media for, but there's obviously a lot of discourse about me. I will say that I appreciate people who maintain the same energy that they had during the season and the off season. I find it very odd for people who get all buck when the cameras go down. Very strange behavior to me, number one. Number two, I am a consenting adult, thankfully, consenting, who only engages with other consenting adults. And if we want to get into the nuances of that, that's fine. But consenting adult to consenting adult, always and forever. Okay. So that's it, y'all. That's all I'm going to say about the issue right now. I'm not one to engage on social media like that. It's never been my forte. I will be perched and ready sitting on the couch at the reunion. I'm happy for anyone else who needs to use this opportunity for their 15 minutes of fame. Love for you to have that. Enjoy that. I also can acknowledge and take ownership of something that I maybe did wrong in a situation. But what I will not take ownership of is a false rumor or narrative about me that is completely untrue. I abide by the law. I respect the law. I don't do anything that violates the law, and I'm going to continue that way. So let's not perpetuate that because it's never been true and never will be true.
okay,
I want to know who said she broke the law.
exactly. And that's
Nobody said that.
deflection. That's deflection. I
Mm-hmm.
have a friend that I've been friends with for over since 2009, 2010. We both have three kids, both have two girls and a boy. Her youngest and my oldest were really good friends. They were around the same age. Then she has a son that's 20. See, my son, my daughter, a son that's 27, like my oldest
Mm-hmm.
daughter. So her middle child was the same age as my oldest daughter. He is still a kid to me. That man has a child of his own right now.
Yeah.
And he's still a child in that sense to
Mm-hmm.
me.
Mm-hmm.
So the deflection is nobody said you broke the law like your body part grabbing husband or ex-husband did. What we're saying and okay, so did you watch the interview with Carlos and her?
Yeah. Now she was saying that she thought it was a joke the whole time. Like she
Yes.
wasn't taking it serious, that she really thought it was a joke until she watched the episodes back and saw that this was in fact real.
Did you see what what struck me as looking at Ashley crazy was when Sharice said, I think I have it in my note. Sharice said that Jackson didn't want it to come out. So you did it she wanted to do it 2 years earlier. He didn't want it out. So you decided to now do it anyway. That to me was crazy. You sound like a boy in a locker room that can't keep his mouth shut because when he just hooked up with a girl that's barely legal.
I think I might have skipped over that
Yeah,
part. So he
she
said that
said
he
that
didn't want it out.
he didn't want it to come out. He didn't want her to know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he didn't know that she sat down with her and told her
No.
in that scene. So when
Mm-mm.
he came to the little cookout, he had
He
no idea.
unless she talked to him before that. I'm thinking because she never went into, oh, I told him before that or anything. And
I
even
gotta go back.
now, she says, Carlos says, why haven't you talked to him about it? And she said, because I have respect for people's private lives, including my children. So I'm
Yeah, I
not going
saw
to go
that
there with
part.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So the
Well,
fact that
yeah.
he didn't want it out and Ashley chose to do that anyway, to me, says a lot about her. You'll do anything for a story.
Mm-hmm. Because she ain't got nothing else going on.
And well, since we're here in Potomac, your thoughts overall season, how would you, if you had to compare it to a food, because that's what I've been doing lately. I call it my cotton candy. It's not of substance, but I enjoy it. But then once it's gone, it's gone. It's like air. What would you compare it to?
Oh, I would compare it to a piece of bread going stale because it takes time. If you just sit it out, it's going to get harder and harder and staler as the days go on. I felt like the season started off really strong, but where we're at now in the season, it's like, what are we doing here?
Right.
We're The Angel situation is just stupid. It gets on my nerves. I don't like her. I need for her to go on back to Dakota or wherever the hell she's from.
Not Dakota.
And the picking on Stacy is
Oh,
played out because she makes a fool of y'all every single time
with ease.
with
With
ease.
ease.
She is bodying them every second. And then what else is there?
That's
Oh,
true.
and Kiana just dumb. I don't care about her and Grimace. Just be done. Just be dumb and be with that ugly man. Yeah.
I feel like what Sharice said in the interview when she talked about them getting together for Story, you
Oh
can
yeah.
tell that's what they did. We knew that anyway, but you can tell that's what they did before this season.
Yeah, because Giselle and Ashley don't want to talk about anything that's really actually going on in their lives. And now that they're besties now,
Yeah.
she's the new Robin. She's
Yes.
literally the new Robin and
Yes.
her new tag team partner. So of course they got together and said, okay, we're gonna pick on Stacy. She's gonna be our target this season. Angel just so happened to be a golden egg because they thought that she was gonna be cool, but then she ended up being lame. So then they decided to pick on her. The only reason why they not picking on Tia is because Tia got Ashley together real quick early on, and they knew not to play with her.
Yes. Because Ashley, Tia is the other only one that can get Ashley to blink in the way Candace used to. And she wouldn't know
When
what to
she
say.
do that, yeah, she got her together real quick with that English accent. Yeah,
Yes. She said,
real
I'm not
quick.
going to get down in the
They're
mud with
gonna
you.
figure out a way though, because Giselle gonna flip on her at
That's
some point.
okay. Because I've been seeing people say that. So you think so too?
Yeah, because Giselle is a friend to no one
No. And according,
except for Robin,
and
and
that's
now
it.
Ashley.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
she's pretty much a stand-in at this point.
Especially on the show. It's like,
Yeah.
and it's wild because she has businesses with both of them now. GNA.
Mm-hmm.
And then so she's not gonna do anything to sabotage her own relationship as for
I mean,
business
but
wise.
really, what is GNA? It can be sabotaged.
That's
It's
what
not a real business.
I saw something where they did running for something, and I was like, okay, but like you said, what is it? Are y'all
They
advocacy
don't know
now?
what it is. They don't know what it is.
Child, they was
Mm-mm.
selling socks and hats like last year. What are y'all doing now?
No. Mm-mm. No.
What do you think of if Karen was on? Okay, historically, to me, I feel like Karen could go at somebody, have an issue with somebody, but then when they become the underdog, like if they're by themselves, she'll jump on their side. Do you
Mm-hmm.
think if Karen was here this season, she would have ended up defending Stacy, like playing mother hen strategically?
Yeah, because did they have an issue at the end of the last year?
Yeah, remember at the end of last year, yeah. Because
Oh, but yeah, I don't think it was anything that they couldn't have got past.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
just them
And
going to Tally Ho and then Giselle making it like, oh, you took her to Tally Ho. That's where Karen takes all the girls.
yeah. I think that they would have either gotten over that, or once she saw that they kept on piling up on her, she would have came in and been like, okay, enough is enough. Like, and read them and got them together real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that she would not have liked Angel. I think that she would not have cared nothing about her. I think that she would have been a mother figure, kind of like a supportive coach to Kiana when it come to Grimace.
Oh, yeah.
Um, but other than that, it would have still been getting Ashley together, and then her and Giselle probably having a little back and forth banter, but it wouldn't have gotten serious like in the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I agree. Do you miss Karen?
Yes, I do. I'm ready for season 11 for her to come back.
Her
Yeah.
confessionals are going to be something else. Like I think
Well,
like
she said that she's no longer the grand dame.
she said, "Oh, you know what? She did say that. She did.
Boo. We
Yeah,
don't take that on. No, no,
I
no,
want the
no, no.
grand dame. What
Yeah.
about the grand dame? You catch the part at the end of the interview when Sharice said that the only reason Giselle gave Karen the grand dame name was to dim her light because she
Yeah, because
has
I
the
remember
connection.
she said that one season when her and Karen was going back and
Oh
forth
yes,
arguing and stuff, and she was like, "I'm the original grand dame, and you took that for me," and all of that. But it's so funny, like how now all of a sudden
come on,
Sharice got fever for Giselle
thank you.
because Giselle is friends with Ashley. Because normally Giselle does no wrong and they got each other's backs. But I think that she's mad at Giselle now because Giselle isn't condemning Ashley for what she did with her son. So
Mm-hmm.
now I'm gonna spill the tea on everything. I'm gonna tell everything now. Like that's fake to me.
And
That's
and
fake.
I look at you crazy because you cannot say that because I wanted Carlos to call her out on her behavior with Stacy because I feel like she's trying to backtrack a lot of stuff because she said what she say she felt like she shouldn't have done some things with Stacy. So did you lie on her when it came to calling her a trick and the married man? That's what I wanted to know. But when he did
Mm-hmm.
ask her, how can you continue to be friends with these people if this is what's going on? Girl, she went all the way around the
Mm-hmm.
Marbury and then
Mm-hmm.
threw God in it, talking about I'm one of God's children. I said, God said, I'm not in that. I didn't set that path up for you. I didn't say I'm gonna make these women do this to you. And
And
you,
that's exactly why she was sitting up looking like one of the Wayans brothers in White Chicks.
I'm
Like,
hanging.
girl,
Okay.
stop. Stop. Everybody talking about some Sharice look good. Where? Where, ma'am? Her foundation and concealer were 2 times lighter than her actual skin complexion. That middle part and that lip liner made her lips look like an asshole. Like I just could not. Like I was like, okay.
Okay, you
You
know
know,
what
I
it is,
call her
Keisha?
Warren Sapp. She's Warren Sapp.
Not the football. I'm
I
hanging up
said
the
it.
phone.
That is
Disconnect.
Warren Sapp in a wig. Girl, bye.
Okay, I'm gonna say this. It's probably because to me it's better than even with that whole because she was glowing. I was like,
Yeah, she was glowing.
meaning no, I mean glowing like a lighter hue.
Oh yeah.
So when you,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like it's
She was
also the
using
best.
every hue. That's why it looked like
She still has some of that every hue beauty left over. Left over. Yeah, I was looking at her. I understood her points, but that still makes me look at you sideways because now all of a
yeah,
sudden, like you said, now you have all this fever. I remember it was 2020. She did an interview and was calling Giselle fake then. And so what has changed? Because you're still hanging out with her outside.
exactly.
And then she tried to justify it by saying, because I want the show to succeed. So you being friends with her outside and not being a flute holder is going to help make the show succeed. Girl, I almost fell out when she said we were supposed to be the Black Beverly Hills. I said, girl, it never gave that.
Do y'all remember season 1 with Giselle and them choppy bangs and
That
that weave that was tilted this way? Like,
in
ma'am,
them houses, I mean, I'm just saying, if we're talking about the Black Beverly Hills,
it would have never, ever, ever in a million years given that. But then going back to what you just said about she wanted the show to be great, that's a contradiction to all the other things that she was saying in the
mm,
interview. She was saying that the show was scripted and it's basically ratchet and ghetto, and they be
oh my
picking on
goodness.
people and picking and choosing. So it's like, which one is it? It's like you're condoning the behavior when it's good for the show, but then you want to condemn it now because you mad. Like, girl, shut up.
Right. Because she's no better than Giselle when she said, and tell me if you feel like she's talking about Giselle. I definitely do. When she said
Oh, of
her and
course.
Stacey were good friends, but then a woman on the show went back and
Yeah.
told Stacey some lies about her. But then she said, I don't know what she told her. Then how do you know?
Know what the lies are.
That's what I was like, okay, I'm with you, Sharice, on some things, but also I'm still looking at you like, girl, you have to. I think I wish she had taken more accountability
Yeah.
and just told the truth and been like, either I wanted to be on the show. Now I will say I was shocked when she said that their story that she wanted to tell and they weren't interested, like her kids finding out they had other siblings and going to meet them on camera. I would have been interested
Yeah.
in seeing that. And they
Yeah.
told her no.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, as far as that's concerned, with her basically implying that it seemed like she was trying to say that, well, she did say Karen and Giselle was basically working together to get her off of
Yes.
the show. If that's the case, then why have you been friends with Giselle
That
still all these years? Because
come
you
on.
had hella smoke for Karen, because you was the one that was outing her being a so-called drunk, but
Come
you don't
on.
bring up people families and stuff like that. Like the whole interview was just a whole contradiction. It didn't make any sense at all. None
I
of what
would
she was saying.
I was so blown when she was saying that. It was like, and I could, like I said, I was like, okay, if what you're saying is true, I feel you, but that doesn't explain actions up until current day because it's only recent that you now have smoke for Ashley and for Giselle
Mm-hmm.
publicly. And y'all
Yeah.
doing private dinners together and all of that stuff. Y'all are supposedly friends. Now it's interesting when she said Giselle and Karen, basically, it was them that tried to paint a narrative of her. So that's why she ended up becoming a friend of. She said, but when they found out, I guess I took it to mean, she said, when they found out, they tried to go back and fix it, but it was too late. I said, that's why Giselle had smoked for Candace because Candace came out and said it was between her and Charisse for a flute her first season. And you remember when they were on that bus and Charisse was saying little girl and Candace calling her old woman. When they got to that little excursion that Ashley did at her house, Giselle had a lot of smoke for Candace and was like, "You owe Charisse an apology." She kept coming for Charisse's neck, and I mean for Candace's neck. And I had
Mm-hmm.
heard behind the scenes that Giselle said, "We're going to get this girl kicked off the show and bring Charisse back." So I said, I wonder if that was out of guilt. If in fact it was Karen and Giselle that went to the producers and said X, Y, and Z, you're not sharing your life. They didn't realize. I wonder if they didn't realize she was going to be a friend of, they were just going to make her a target that season, but it
Mm.
backfired.
But I also think that there could be some truth in that. But I also think that we, the audience, just did not connect with Sharice. We
Well,
did not like her.
and the producers too probably felt like the audience wouldn't be because ultimately it's up to the producers no matter what the cast is saying.
Yeah.
And they were
Yeah.
early on in the show. They didn't have any skin, as Dorinda says,
It's
any
the
skin in the
reason
game.
why she doesn't fit like Sheree. How many times did Atlanta try to bring Sheree back? Like they kept trying to make fetch happen, and every time she came back, she made a fool out of herself, and she always aligned with the wrong side and messed it up for herself. Same thing with Sharice. They've tried bringing her back as a friend of. It never works out because we, the audience, don't like her. I don't think it really has anything to do with her not sharing her life and this, that, and the third. I think that it was just that she wasn't a good fit. She really wasn't a good fit with those ladies. Even though she put the show together, thank you for that. Sorry, you were the odd man out.
And
Literally.
which is why it's so crazy that she's trying to now justify her current relationship with them as for the show when you're not a flute holder. It would even make more sense to me if you were a flute holder and said, I'm trying to keep it cohesive on screen and off.
Exactly. Exactly. It
But
doesn't
like
make sense.
I
It
was
doesn't.
blown. Now, I will say I would have cussed Ashley out if you're implying that I knew that you was messing with my husband because I mean my son because I was looking at you on the ring camera. Girl,
Yo, that was weird. I was like, what?
I was with her on that like,
Excuse
girl.
me?
And then she said that she's heard other people have come to her and said Ashley said
Yeah,
that
that the Peter Weeder was good.
yes,
And that they double back a few times.
I said okay, see, that might be cause. I know people say, oh, violence isn't the answer, but sometimes it's the question, and the question is yes. Like, girl,
All I know is they better have Sharice at their reunion because I need
I want her to, all this
some
energy on Carlos King,
confrontation. Yeah.
I want it for Giselle and Ashley at the
Yeah.
reunion.
Yeah. Because we need to talk about this.
Yeah, and then when she said her and Karen were good friends at one time, but then it's even weirder. Like, then why would you put her like friends that what when bad day
Exactly.
comes, you telling everything?
Exactly. Because Karen never did that to her. She never exposed anything about her ex-husband, what they had going on, or
Right.
anything. You kept on trying to expose the fact that this lady was an alcoholic. You and Giselle would put that out there.
Yes. And
Now,
then this
granted,
happened.
come to find out it was true, but
Girl.
still.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I would love to know. You know the girls are watching. I would love to hear Karen's commentary on it. I would love, especially the part where I
Child.
would love to hear her commentary.
Child, I cannot wait for next season. I know they're gonna pick up them cameras real quick. It's gonna be a
Immediate,
real quick turnaround.
especially with everything going on with Wendy, because Potomac normally film around March or April, and you know that her even though she's going to court all these different times, like her next motion hearing is in January, but the actual trial is in April.
Oh yeah, they picking back them cameras up really quick. As
Yeah.
soon as that reunion is done and wrapped, it's time to start filming.
They telling them right now, it's your break right now.
Yeah,
It's your
because I will be shocked if Kiana and Angel come back next season. I see no room or need or space for them. Like, bring Monique back, bring Karen back. If Candace decides she wants to come back,
that,
that's the cast.
yeah, yes,
That is the cast.
my friend sent me something and it basically named everybody but Kiarna and um what's her name
Angel.
and Angel. Yeah.
Yeah, Angel is a dud.
Now, it would be something if Angel could have the energy in real life that she has in her confessionals. Because one thing that I agree with Giselle on, when she said that she would kill Giselle, she said, I'm glad she would kill me because at least I know she's awoke. She's
Now,
alive.
she has been giving it on the red carpet in her interviews too.
Yeah.
So I do think there might be a slim chance that if she comes and kills it at the reunion, that they might consider it maybe as
Okay.
a friend of, because if, like I said in my reviews, if she comes and reads Giselle and Ashley
Yes.
and even Wendy on some things, but
Yeah.
she also needs to give Wendy an apology for
Yes.
coming at her all season,
I
because you
agree.
started that with the you and Wendy thing.
Yeah.
All she did was hold you accountable, and then you decided to flip on her, and it's been
Thank
like
you.
that since the beginning of the season.
Thank
When
you.
Giselle been the one coming for your neck since
Yes.
episode 1
All Wendy did was laugh like the other ladies. And
and
I like
asked her a question.
that's yeah. And I like how Wendy said, why do you have the energy for me? I keep maintaining when she asked her that, what did Angel say? Because I can. If I was Wendy, it would be like, oh, I can too then. Okay. All bets is
Exactly.
off.
Exactly.
It would be interesting to see Angel without Kiarna.
I think it'd probably be worse.
You think so? Yeah, because
Because she gives me the type of person where she wants you to come to
yeah,
her.
okay.
And if you don't, then everybody's leaving me out. Nobody likes me. I can't make any friends. It's like, girl, grow up and be an adult woman. I do think that she does maybe have that wag mentality where these
Yes.
girls really did hype her up to think that she was that
Th-
girl,
th-
and she really isn't.
that's one thing about Potomac. They're not necessarily impressed. They wasn't impressed with Monique's wealth. They're not impressed that you were a wag. Like that's not what they're like. That's not them. If you were Atlanta, actually Atlanta probably wouldn't have been either because of the presentation of it. I feel like if she comes back, if Wendy is able to film, will they bring her back on the strength of hoping that there's a beef with them, but then they may squash it after reunion. Like she said, if she comes in and gives Wendy an apology, because she has said she's seen the comments and all that. So did you see that? Did you watch your own behavior and see how Wendy wasn't coming for you? And that's another thing. People are saying Wendy did the same thing with NECA. She said she didn't know her. Wendy literally looked at that woman the first time she saw her and said, "Oh, glad to see another familiar face."
Yeah, she never said she didn't know her,
Right.
but
So,
they don't know each other. Just because
yes.
you went to the same school don't mean we know each other. Like, people
And
are so
just
dense.
because she was Wendy's friend's roommate, because Angel made it clear in the confessional she was several years, what she said, years older. So
Yeah.
she wouldn't have been
Mm-hmm.
hanging with you.
Yeah. But I going back to what you said, I don't think it's a situation where the girls aren't impressed by their wealth or anything like that. I think that they use that as a reason not to like these girls, because
Oh, okay.
Monique,
That's a
now they're
good point.
doing it to Angel. The only
Yeah.
reason, once again, that they're not doing it to Tia is because they saving her for later. They
Yeah.
got to figure out a way to get to her. They haven't figured out what will be her trigger point yet.
Yeah.
But with her former wealth as a child, her working for Sotheby's, like, that's
Mm,
not nothing to scritch at. You know what I'm saying?
yes, that's
They're gonna
true.
figure out a way to come at her. I wouldn't be surprised if they use it next season with her kids, because her kids they're not bad kids or
Child,
anything like that. But
I'm gonna tell you
you
something.
know,
Girl,
I like them.
I like him, but I'm gonna tell you, I was itching. I said, baby,
Yeah,
who?
them little girls be trying.
Girl, I was
Yeah.
like,
So they're gonna use something to come at her. They just haven't figured it out yet. But if
I'm
you notice, anybody else, they don't really have no smoke for them
yeah,
for
that's
real,
true.
unless they're like annoying or something like that. The only reason why, because think about it, when we got to reunion last year, and Giselle was suddenly coming for Stacey, we still do not know what is her issue with Stacey. Why are you so upset with her? What has she done to you?
Because
Nothing.
all she could say is the things that when Jazzy asked her straight out, which I was so good because of the things I've heard. Girl, they've all heard stuff about all of y'all. So you want to talk about because of the things you've heard. So then why do you like Ashley? Because we know and have heard the things that her husband has done and Ashley stayed with him. So if
Exactly.
we talking about things that we heard, you still be smiling in Juan's face because Robin is your friend, talking about the things that we've heard. Like that wasn't a good enough reason for me.
I think that she saw the reaction that people were getting towards
Mm.
Stacey, and she decided, oh no, I'm going to expose her so the viewers won't like her. And all it did was make us like her even more. Because notice they always go after the fan favorites.
Yes, that is a good point. And now I said, Stacey, I don't care what nobody says. Stacey is really gagging them now on the Drew Barrymore show. Like she's doing stuff
Yes,
solo, not in
yes.
a
No, no. I will bet money season 11 she will be doing the promo runs
mm,
for the show, because you know that's who they really have faith in, who they sent out for the promo press junkets and all of that stuff. It's normally Giselle and Karen. You don't never
yes,
see Ashley. Have you paid attention to that? You don't never really see Ashley.
that's
She
true.
might do one or two interviews here and there, but Giselle and Karen are always the one that are doing the press junkets. Stacey will be doing the press junkets next season. Watch.
Oh, that's a good
Because
yes.
Andy loves her.
Yeah, I was
Andy
gonna say on Watch
loves
What Happens
her.
Live, he made that clear.
Yes, Andy loves her. So yeah.
And I have faith that Stacey will continue, no matter whether people like her a lot, call her a liar. And I said yesterday, I did a live with Kempire and Brooke Ashley, and I said the way to get like people are calling her, she's a liar, she's a liar. Stacey works with semantics. She is not because when Giselle said, "Are you start?" What'd she say? Are you starting a weed line? And she
Mm-hmm.
said, "No." And then her rebuttal was, "Well, I was in talks." Well, technically, she ain't lying unless she was starting. So it's like all of these
Exactly.
things with TJ. Do we think she hired that man? Yeah, but have they proven it? No.
No,
So it's
no. Now
like
we saw they said they saw this paperwork or whatever, but it still hasn't came to fruition in
th-
front of us, the viewers,
they
even though
don't.
we know it's true.
Yes, it's like we know it's true, but it's she like, come on now. And then
Yeah.
with um with her divorce, I thought it was interesting that when she showed them paperwork, oh, it was fake. I don't even want to see it. Giselle was like, I don't even want to see it. It's
Yeah.
like
And then when TMZ came out and was like, yeah, they're actually divorced, nothing. Crickets.
I told somebody, it was like I immediately thought of Miami and Alexia and Marisol when they didn't scroll to the bottom with Adriana's boyfriend. They said, "Oh, so I didn't scroll to the bottom. I didn't scroll to the bottom." It's like, so you
Them
didn't
two
go.
nincompoops.
Girl, do you think? Oh, when you said they're going to use, they're thinking of something with Tia. I was wondering if it was going to be through her husband, if they were going to try to bring up her being raised wealthy, them being because she's already made the
Mm-hmm.
comment that they were raised differently. He was
Mm-hmm.
raised, I think, in Chicago or somewhere, and she was raised like with a silver spoon. So I'm wondering if they're going to try to.
See, I don't think it's gonna be through the husband because he hasn't really given anything. Like he seems like he's funny, but he's reserved. I don't think that that's going to be the route. They're either going
Okay,
to attack her through her
children.
children
Okay.
or her personality or whatever, or her thinking that she's better than them. Like it's
Mm.
going to be something like that because anything else, I don't think is going to rattle her.
And it won't stick because she know, yeah, because she,
Exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Exactly. I think that they're gonna expect. I don't think it's gonna come through Giselle. It's gonna come through Ashley, but Giselle is gonna be puppet mastering like she always
Like
does,
she
and trying to
always.
sit back and hide her hands. Mm-hmm.
And if she was smart, I will never forget when Carlos King was talking about Nene. And he said, the thing about Nene, because he calls Giselle the HBIC, but Nene knew how to do it. He said, when all the girls, he gave the example, when all the girls were against Kenya, every single one of them, he said, yes, the girls had their own minds, but they also respected Nene at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So he went to Nene and said, is your beef with Kenya that serious? She said, no. He said, have a conversation with her, and the girls will follow. And that's exactly what happened. So she knew how
Mm-hmm.
not to isolate herself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, her last few seasons, yeah, we
Castman,
know
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But ultimately, I do think she is a good example of in the early of knowing how to kind of,
Yeah.
not isolate. Whereas I think Giselle is like, I'm the lead HBIC, but you're also not really giving. And like, to me, no matter what, I felt like Nene is still funny. There is still, one of those housewives where they could work your nerves, but there's still
Yeah, but
something
yeah, the
about them.
humor makes them still likable. Yeah,
Yes. And I just
yeah.
feel like this, like,
Giselle's best season was last season,
yes.
but that was fake. That's not the real Giselle. The
Yeah.
Giselle that we saw this season with her creeping back into being a bitch, that's the Giselle. That's who she is to her core. She's a mean girl.
Yeah.
She's a mean girl. She thinks that she is Tisha Campbell in School Days. That's what it gives.
They still on the yard. I will say, I know, I used to go to the church, and I will say that was the consensus.
Mm-hmm.
And then even her best friend, the lady that's her best friend till this day, said, when she basically says that Giselle is that way. Of course, she's warm and all them. She's warm to them now, but she said she was terrified of her when she first met her in college, and she does give off
Mm-hmm.
that.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah,
I don't understand. Like Giselle is such an easy read.
that's what
Like it's so much to
her
talk
and
about.
Ashley, like, come
Both of
on,
them.
y'all. Which is why, no matter what, for Giselle to say, when she was asked the question, I forget what interview or what she was talking about. She was doing something. It may have been at her butter event. I'm not sure, but who would you rather have, Monique or Candace? The way Monique shredded you with a binder, the way she's talked about how toxic you are, but you rather have her than Candace. I don't care when nobody say people can get mad. That's because Candace can gag Giselle every single
And that's
time.
because they're into it. If they were still cool, it would have been Candace, of course.
Yeah,
That's my girl.
yeah.
But now that they've fallen out, now it's Monique. Girl, bye. You
And
don't like either one of them.
right. And I also think that she knows, no matter what, Monique, to me, I felt like Monique always wanted to be her friend, wanted to be accepted by her and Robin. And for me, even though there was a point where Candace and Giselle were close, ultimately at the end of the day, I don't think Candace was afraid to stand on her own and be like, F you. Like, now, this, I'm not getting ready to keep doing this with you. I'm going to keep calling you out, keep calling you or whatever. And I don't think Monique will do that. Giselle, who on the show that's still there has been calling Giselle out, with the exception of Karen. And they know the fans like that. She knows the fans like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, Stacey has been calling her
You
out.
know what? That's
Stacey
true.
calls her out. I don't know if I agree with that. I
Really?
do think that in the beginning, when Monique first came onto the show, I think she came in thinking that, she was going to build a rapport with all the ladies, and then it didn't go that way.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that, like I said, initially she wanted to be friends with everybody, and Giselle and Robin, that didn't pan out the way that she
Yeah.
thought it would. I do think that one season, I think that was her last season, when she was trying to befriend the girls and keep her
When she
enemies
took them to the
close.
lake
And
house.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think that was more strategic than anything. The agreement that her and Giselle have made is that if they got an issue with each other, they're gonna come to each other, and they still gonna be shady towards each other. Do I think that this little truce between theirs is going to really last? Hell no, because they don't
No.
like each other. They don't like each other.
I
They're
was gonna
playing nice because they have to, as cast members and co-workers
and
at
and
the end
and
of the day.
I'll walk it back. I'll say the reason I think Monique wanted their acceptance is because they had already put Giselle as the face of. So people
Yeah,
coming into the franchise are like, she's the
yeah,
queen bee. So let me
yeah.
get in with the queen bee, which is why I think Angel is wanting Giselle to big sis her for some reason, when she's the one that keeps coming for her.
Yeah, and I would never come into the season trying to befriend Giselle.
Because look how that's worked out for every single person except for Robin and
Well, yeah, because
Ashley.
they was already
They
friends.
was
Yeah,
already, yeah. So
yeah, but Giselle would be the person that I would be going to for friendship or anything like that. I would think that, to me, the people that always stand out the most on Potomac are the Lone Rangers.
mm,
They the ones that get the most shine. Look at Stacy, look at Monique, look at
yes,
Karen.
that's true.
The people that do what they want to do and not trying to follow the herd are the ones that always stand out. Even Wendy at one point,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
that friendship, with them back kikiing with each other. Do I think that that's genuine? No, they both looking at each other side eyeing for real, for real. They don't really fool with each other.
And you know what's
None of
funny?
these people do.
I was making the argument. I was like, look, I think that Giselle likes Wendy. They were on the way to building a friendship. It seemed like in season 5, then all that stuff happened. And I was using as an example, Giselle hasn't come as hard. She said nice things about Wendy current day when she could have let loose like she normally does on her podcast. But then somebody, Kempire, brought up a good point. He said, because she knows if she does go that way on Wendy, the viewers are going to say, see, there's the Giselle we knew. It's not random.
Exactly.
I hadn't even thought. I was like, I'm disappointed in
It's
myself for
all
not even.
strategic. It's
Yes.
all strategic.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because when she said, once the cameras go, like, I don't give a F about the show, to me, it's like, I don't even really need to know that. Then I don't like,
Yeah.
and that is one thing I agree with Sharice on. It's for them, it's a job, whether it's hurting somebody, it could hurt
Yeah.
their life. They look at it like a job.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
that's why they can do so, because they hide everything that's going on in their actual real life.
Yes.
I'll think about the villains on the show, Giselle, Ashley, and Robin, always have hid what they really got going on. They give us, well, they don't even give us anything. When was the last time Giselle had a storyline? I'll wait.
That fake one, yeah, we can't even include that fake reconciliation. Nothing
going on. Only
Sherman.
thing that Giselle talked about this season was her father and this will, but we've only heard that bits and pieces of that. Other than that, there's nothing going on in Giselle's life. Ashley, what Ashley got going on? She's doing the same storyline she's been doing since the beginning with her and her shiftless wig mama. Don't nobody care about that lady being an idiot.
And
nobody
then using
cares.
Her sister. You could tell her sister is hurt by her dad, and using that.
Exactly.
That's somebody else's story. That's not your story. I mean, it's because you're a part of her life, but that ain't your story.
And then her out here dating that little boy that looked just like Dean. Like, psychological problems. Either she dating somebody that looked like Dean, or she dating somebody that she wishes was her father.
Hold up, I just got what you said. Looking like Dean. Talking about her
Dean. Yes. Don't he look like the big version of Dean?
Yes.
That is Dean 20 years from now.
Oh my gosh.
Either one. She's trying to either date a father figure, because she didn't have one, a white man, old man father figure, or she's dating some little young dude that looked like her son. Because look at Jackson.
Yeah, I was gonna say like that.
I mean, he looked like Lisa Bonet. I said this.
You know what? Good night. I'm hanging up. This call is disconnected.
He looked like Lisa Bonet.
Lisa Bonet.
That boy, them cheekbones and them lips. I said, now wait a minute.
I'm not gonna be able to unsee that now that you said that.
Because he looked just like her. You know I'm not lying. And for her to be so fluid, why have we never saw her with a fucking woman?
Well, I was thinking that. She talks about that a lot, but we've never seen her with a woman. Or even heard whispers of her with a woman.
She always trying to push up on one of the girls on the show, trying to do something a little sexy or whatever.
Yes.
But other than that, no.
You called that man.
So when Sharice said he wanted to be a model, I said, there you go. I knew it. I'd be calling it, child.
Lisa Bonet.
That is a pretty boy.
You're going to make me do a pic collage of Lisa. You know, I keep
just alike.
I keep thinking of her in that movie. What was it? Angel Heart? I don't even know why. That old movie. And they was in an uproar because she showed her tits or her titties or something like that.
Yeah, that's what got her in trouble on Cosby Show. Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, that's right. Oh. Overall, okay, well, I was gonna say, what would you give it to him? But you said it's bread. It starts out fresh and then.
Yeah, I thought they started off so good, and now it's still enjoyable to watch. But is it anything groundbreaking or anything that's really touching me as a recapper? No. What? With like Married to Medicine, I know we're not there, but
let's go. We can jump because we're probably both pretty much done with Potomac, right? Okay.
With Married to Medicine, that first 2 episodes, I was like, here we go. Same old, same old. I'm not getting anything from these girls. I do not care about these storylines. But then in these last 2 episodes, they got me. because we're getting real life stories and
Yes.
real life situations that we, the viewers, can actually connect to.
Yeah.
With Simone and her ungrateful ass kids and a husband that don't stick up for her. How many women can relate to that? I related to that in so many different ways. Like I talked about that at links in my
Yeah.
videos. That got me with the Contessa situation, with her having a husband that does not value her, appreciate her, dote on her, or anything, and her making excuses for said behavior. And then in the same breath want to knock the next woman because her husband actually tries to do things for her and she's low-key jealous.
Please say it. Please say, I don't use that word lightly, and I was cringing.
Yeah, like those situations and storylines are things that are meaty that we can actually talk about and like have dialogue about.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, Married to Medicine, y'all reeling me in, because last season was horrible, horrible. And
And it
it
was,
got to the point where I was like, I even told my viewers, I don't know if I could continue reviewing this show because I was so aggravated and annoyed. Heavenly is so toxic and a plague on that show. It was literally becoming unbearable for me to watch it and review it. So this season, with her being a friend of, it has been way more palatable. They need to keep it that way because that lady is like literally walking pneumonia. Like she is just terrible.
I stopped watching. I was mad. Another reason I was already irritated with her, but then I got even madder because I felt like she took the show from me because Married to Medicine was always one of my favorites.
Yes,
And then
yes,
last season, I did not watch at all. And then I only watched some episodes because I did a review with someone and they asked me, would I watch it? This season made me remember how much I love it. And
yes,
as toxic as she is, she can be funny. And I like her in this role. Let us enjoy
yes,
the bits
yeah.
of Heavenly because I don't, and I will say this, I don't defend Heavenly ever, but with Contessa and Scott coming back and Heavenly only being a friend of, Contessa is proving some of the stuff that Heavenly said about
Oh
her
yeah,
true. And I said, Contessa, you making your own self. Because I still felt like Heavenly, if that's supposed to be your girl, even though you met,
yeah,
why is you putting that out? But when she
yeah.
said Contessa will tell you about her husband
Oh
and
yeah,
then
and then
get
turn around and get an
amnesia,
attitude.
I
Yeah,
said, how is she getting mad at Brandy when I don't know the viewers when people are listening, no, I keep going back to you stopped that girl while you were getting ready to decorate for your party, Brandy, to give her advice about marriage, only for you to be met like say you won't be impressed because girl, what you look and I said it's manifesting on her. I can look at Contessa. I always thought she was a beautiful woman. Them wigs, they is always off, but the makeup would normally be good. But now it just looks like she's wearing what she's going through.
yeah. She's really skinny,
Yes.
really
Like,
skinny.
and it makes me, and Scott is just going on about his way. And you want,
Yeah,
when she act like the ladies were, what she called them at her party, the patriarch, something she, as if that they shouldn't be talking about her husband at her party. Girl, you've been saying nothing but talking about your husband since this party.
girl. Yeah, Contessa blew me with that whole situation. Even with the Toya situation on that last episode, like this is stuff that I want to
Ooh,
talk about.
come on.
Like this is what reality TV is supposed to be. We want to see what's actually going on in your life. We don't want to see manufactured BS like the shade and the cat fighting. All that's cool, but we want to see what's actually going on in your life.
Some
That's what
meat.
sustains these shows.
Yes.
And Potomac is really lacking that. Beverly Hills been lacking that. If they don't do a rehaul on that show, my God.
When I tell you, I said, so you know how I said the comparison to food, right? So a Potomac is cotton candy. You can eat it. You know, you may go to the boardwalk, whatever, the carnival, enjoy it, but it's not substantive and you don't really be thinking about it outside. Beverly Hills to me, I said, when you've gone to a bar or somewhere and they have the nuts just sitting there, and so you find yourself just eating them just because they're there, but it's not something that you would go into a grocery store and buy. That's Beverly Hills. It's there. So I'm just eating it, not really paying attention because it's put in front of me. But I don't go seeking Beverly Hills. I don't go looking for Beverly Hills. Oh, Beverly Hills is on tonight. Let me watch and review. That's what it is
Now
to me.
I'm gonna compare it to something that my great grandmama used to eat. I'm about to take it all the way back.
If you
Some of
say
you might not
chitlins.
even know what I'm talking about. No,
Okay.
Beverly Hills reminds me of brown swagger. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's this
No.
nasty meat that my great grandmother used to eat and put it on a cracker. It was kind of like a spam almost. It
Oh
was
my God.
disgusting. And she used to put it on a cracker and eat it. It's an acquired taste.
Okay.
That's what Beverly Hills is
Oh,
giving me. Brown swagger. Like, okay, you
why'd you
like
get
it?
ready
I
to make me
love it.
look up brown swagger? Oh my
Child,
God.
I ain't seen it since that lady died.
She was keeping them in business.
Child, she used to sit up there and eat that with my uncle, and I was a little girl looking like that shit stank. What the hell is that? Like, ew, it was
And she,
disgusting.
oh
That's
my,
what Beverly Hills gives me because it is so surface level and
yes.
just nothing. It is giving nothing, and it's been not giving nothing.
How
Getting
you
rid of Garcelle was the worst thing that they could have ever did. She was really the glue that was holding that show together.
and giving it a bit more interesting because no matter what you thought about Garcelle, she would get the party started.
Yeah, yeah.
1000%. And Sutton used to come in and follow behind her, but now, child,
You know, I'm so mad at that pencil leg heifer because she got past me. She got past me.
see,
I am such a good viewer of character,
I've been
and I
screaming.
believed
Thank you.
in that hoe. I believed in her. I
Me
love
and you
me some
talked
Sutton.
about that because wasn't a Sutton
Yes,
fan, and you.
yes. I defend. I was like, they got a real friendship. Da 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 da. Come to find out, it was Garcelle was the real friend,
Yes.
not her. I
Don't,
said, you toothpick leg heifer. Oh, I can't stand her. Like, she is a real true turncoat.
and what makes it even worse is that you can tell that she's like whatever they want to do. It's not even like she's standing on her own. It's like
No.
it's whatever
Mm-mm.
they want. And she just,
Yeah.
oh, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah. She came into this season like, I'm going to play it safe. I'm going to fall back. I'm going to be very nice and accommodating to the girls. I'm going to watch my mouth and all of that type of stuff because she wants their friendship so bad. Not
So bad.
there, just Erica and Kyle's so bad. I don't know what that need of hers is. I don't know if that's the little girl in her that was never the cool girl or
Mm.
whatever, but it's like you're damn near in the grave, lady. If you don't get a backbone and a personality and learn how to stand on your own 2 feet, you look pathetic and weak.
And can we touch on her mama for a second? Isn't it interesting that I'm sure you know what Erica Jane has done and said some of the things to your daughter, but you greeted her with such loving arms. Kyle has been nasty to your daughter, but you just
Mm-hmm.
told her she was so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
But Garcelle, all right, I'm just
Because last season I was sticking up for that heifer, that old bitch. I was sticking up for her. Because I was like,
Keisha.
I know old mean lady. So I was like, she
Right?
just an old
Yes,
mean
because you
lady.
did
That's
say
what
that.
it
You
was.
said yes. I remember that.
I was like, I don't think that she racist. It was given that she was just an old mean
Mean
ass heifer.
lady.
Yeah, because my great grandmother, who I was just talking about, she was mean as shit. But now when I saw the episode and you're so pretty, and
And
gave
talking
her,
to them girls.
I said, now wait a minute. I know you lying. You and your daughter got past me. I said, you know what? You show right. You show right. Don't they look like mama from Mama's Family? She the mama, and then she suddenly the girl from across the street.
Yes.
Them legs. That's them. That's them.
Hey,
Right
what was
there.
her name in real life? Which one was Vicki Lawrence in real life?
Vicky
Mama.
Lauren was his mama.
Sutton is Edith, or what was her name? Eden, or
It was something with an E.
someone
Yeah, yeah.
E.
With them legs. Them legs, child.
Oh my God. I'm telling you, it just makes me so mad because even though I didn't see it for Sutton, I'm still like, stand up. Like come into this
Yes.
season like something and you just
You still should have came in this season on the same type of time, cussing them out. Because I loved the last season when she was cussing Eric out. I
and
loved it.
and now you're going on spa dates. She's inviting you. Somebody said they think maybe because remember when we found out Garcelle quit and then the news she unfollowed her and all that stuff and then
Mm-hmm.
Avi wasn't working for her. So all of the internet was saying, "Good luck, Sutton. Sutton, they gonna get you." Somebody said they wonder if the cast got a phone call. Be nice. Don't go so hard on her, and because it's
I
just
don't
too
think
much of a
so.
180 though. Well, that and what I do think they're trying to do is rewrite history. I'll say this: they have all collectively coming together to make it seem like Garcelle was the problem
Yeah,
because now Dorit saying, "Do you think it was an alliance?" Girl, you don't like Sutton, and now
yeah, none
all of
of
a
y'all like her. None of y'all like her. Yeah,
yeah,
they all are trying to rewrite history and act like we couldn't get to know you because of Garcelle. When actually, remember
say it.
when Garcelle and Erica had
I
that
keep
sit
saying,
down seasons ago, and she was like, she's not your real friend. You
say it.
better watch out for her. Yeah, we can't get to know you because of your relationship with Sutton because you're always sticking up for her. Da, 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 da.
Thank you.
They're basically shifting that over now to Sutton.
We couldn't get to know you because when Kyle said she likes the Sutton in private, I said, "Girl, okay." Y'all not get ready. Y'all think we stupid. I don't. One thing I don't like is when a housewife thinks I'm stupid.
Yeah, try to play on your intelligence and act like we have not seen with our eyes and ears what we have seen and heard. Like you can't rewrite history. And
No.
that's the one thing that I've never liked about Beverly Hills is that they're never held accountable for anything. They get treated like with kid gloves from Andy. Only people that call them out is the viewers. They don't show their lives. They don't get any type of reprimand or anything like that. Like I just don't understand that culture of that show because they don't go at each other about their relationships, about their families, what they got going on. They don't even hold each other accountable. It's like, we're just going to be surface level. We're going to get through this and have a season and that's it. And I don't understand that mentality of Beverly Hills. No other franchise acts like that.
Remember when Doree had her financial issues and the video came out, the girl chasing her around the pool, and then Andy came out and said they're not gonna because that's not what Beverly Hills is. Well, they're not giving us wealth. I mean, some of them are, Kyle, Sutton, but we're not back to them. They can't even say we're giving y'all opulence. We don't see them in the stores in the price tags anymore.
No, no. I
So
was okay. So Netflix has this new show, Palm Beach something or other. It just debuted yesterday. And it takes me back to the essence of Housewives in
okay.
the sense that they have this girl on there, Romina. She's the youngest of them all. And she's new to Palm Beach or whatever. And she's trying to fit into this society of women.
Okay.
So they're telling her, this is what you do. This is what you don't do. These are the circles you need to be in. You
Okay.
can't dress like this. You can't. That's what we're missing from
Yes.
all of the housewives. Remember when it was a thing of, I'm not inviting you to my party. You can't get in. I'm going shopping and we're doing this. You cannot wear that. That's not appropriate.
Yes.
Like, that's what we're missing from the housewives.
Yes.
It's
Not a
no
white
longer
refrigerator.
it's no longer unattainable to us.
Yes.
Because I can look at them and like, girl, I got that bag. I with her. Oh, I've done that. It's no longer unattainable. We watch these shows to be glamorized, literally,
Yes.
and they're not
Yes.
giving us that. They're not giving us that at all. The one thing that I will say about Atlanta with this last season, Sweet 16 season, is that the new girls made them step their game up
You
because
didn't.
Atlanta for years was jogging suits and flip flops. They was not doing nothing. They weren't
Sheree
having
barely
parties.
remember Sheree.
They didn't even do doing their makeup no more. Them bitches didn't give a fuck no more. They were just like, I'm here. Mic me up. Like, I was like, can you comb your hair? Like,
Right.
Jesus. But this past season, they threw so many parties and things, and I was
Yes.
like, about time we're getting back to that
Yeah.
essence of things, you know. But
Well,
Beverly Hills,
speaking of Atlanta, real quick, you heard the allegedly Portia and Shamia almost came to fisticuffs.
yeah, I did a video on that day before yesterday,
Yeah.
and I was saying in my videos, I wonder, did somebody leak this to the blogs because filming been wrapped for at least about 2 months. So I'm wondering, are they trying to rev up
Yeah.
promo and marketing for the show because it should be on by late January, early
Right.
February. So the rollout should be beginning soon because Potomac and Salt Lake City are about to go off. So the only
Yes.
show that'll be on is Beverly Hills. And the only
Child.
other shows that should be about to make a return is Atlanta and maybe Miami.
Oh,
They should
right.
be done filming because think about it, there's no other shows
You're
ready.
right.
Oh, and Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. When is that coming?
I'm guessing sometime early next year because that's been ready. So
Yeah.
maybe that'll be one of the shows that we'll get early in the year because nothing else is ready. They still haven't done anything with Jersey and New York. So those are still,
Right.
to the side. And
OC, but that's
OC
not
just
until the
went
summer,
off.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they just went off. So they filming right now. So you know what I'm saying? Like they're the only show. So I'm thinking somebody must have leaked that to get people talking again about Atlanta. In preparation for the new season because I was like, y'all wrapped like 2 months ago. Why is
Right.
this all of a sudden coming out about a cash trip and a near fight that didn't happen?
And not only that, I thought it was recent. It was when they were in Scotland. Y'all been showed us pictures of them in Scotland months
And so I
ago.
was like, they wrapped the season up like that's been done. So I was like, somebody leaked that on purpose.
And I
Because think
feel
about
like
it, it's not even really good tea. They almost came
I
to
was,
a fight.
and Drew Sidora broke them up. My thing is, if that's what you are trying to leak to get us to watch, that is sad. A fight.
But it got people to talk.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right.
You know?
Because I sure did a video and I said, I will say this, if they nearly came to blows, if it's true, y'all have more than just we wasn't speaking for a minute. There's some some distinct, like to almost come to blows with some like
that's been brewing
brewing
between them now that we know that the situation with their mothers. So that's been something
yeah,
that was
yeah,
long brewing.
yeah.
Yeah, like no.
And I'm gonna say this, if y'all leaked it and don't show it, don't tell us about it. I don't want.
Oh, they gonna show it because it was no fight.
Yeah,
It was no
you know
fight.
what?
It was
You're
just an
right.
argument.
You're
so
right.
They're gonna
That's
show.
true.
I'm most excited about what K Michelle is gonna bring and how she's gonna fit in with the girls and everything. I don't know a lot about Pinky except for her being the owner of Slutty Vegan.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I don't really know much about her and her personality or whatever. So I'm excited to see how they're all gonna mesh with each other and how Angela does this season because last season she did a stellar job.
Yes. Yes, she did. Even though I be side-eyeing Bronwyn, I'll say for her first season, she was received well.
Yeah.
The two newbies. And now this year we had Tia. She was a good one, right? I will say, as boring as Beverly Hills is, Rachel Zoe do seem like she always been there.
Because she's a seasoned vet.
Yeah, I said, come on.
A huge fan.
Okay, so you like Rachel. Okay.
Yes. I love her to the point that I bought all the past seasons of the Rachel Zoe Project on Amazon Prime. Oh, yeah. I was a huge fan.
Okay.
Like, was glued to my television every day that show came on, because I'm into fashion and stuff like that. Like, she was such an icon to me. So I was like, how is she going to fit in with these girls? And I love that she came in being authentically herself. She did not care about the cameras. She said what she want to say.
Yep.
And she just being her, like she not even trying to put up a front or of a facade or anything. Now, one thing I will say is I don't want the whole season to be her taking digs at Roger. I'm like, okay, girl, we get it. He did you wrong. Fuck that nigga. He gonna get it. But you use Rachel Zoe at the end of the day. Let's not
say
forget
that again because you said. Say it again.
How do you know what I just said? I said, fuck that nigga. I think he fucked you over. Real talk, like girl, forget him. We on to the next one. Yeah. But I also have said too, hide your jewelry, hide your purses.
Good night.
Erica got an eye on them. Can't trust that bitch around nobody and her shit.
Her and Dorit. I mean, you never know. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Dorit got to pay a bill, honey.
Child, all the scamming and the scheming her and PK did over the years.
And now he done left you holding the bag, literally. Oh, I'm not gonna pay this. I'm not gonna pay that. When Amanda said, basically, like, where's the accountant? Like, who's paying this? Dorit looked like a deer in headlights, girl, because everything was up in the air with them, and they was just going from. Come on.
What do you think about Bose and her attitudes towards Amanda right off rip? With that one scene, we solidified what I was already thinking about how she was coming at Amanda. I want to hear what you got to say about that.
I felt like it could be seen as I laughed, but I also understand that that could come off a bit disrespectful to what I'm believing in. I felt like, was there more to that scene? And Amanda's coming from her perspective and the book that she's written about manifesting and all this other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would hope
Mm-hmm.
that there's more to it. She knows that you just can't sit and not be active, right? So I
Right.
get, and I got what she was saying, where she was saying, first of all, you have to figure out where you want to be, what you want to do, where you want your money to go, all those other things. I'm sure she's not discount. And she didn't claim to be an accountant, right? If Bose had to listen to what Amanda was actually
Oh
saying
no.
she did.
Oh no. That's why I was saying when they first sat down, just the two of them before Dorit even got there, she was
Yeah.
like, "So how did you become in, what you do for a living?" She was like, "Well, I never went to school. I never had
Yes.
any training or
Never
whatever." And
worked
she was
corporate.
like, she said, "Oh."
Hmm.
So that's right then and there is when she immediately started judging her, like, well, how the hell you teaching people about money if you ain't never been to school? Because I worked my ass off to do what I do in marketing because I know about business. So, like, what are you, some quack? She was
The way
automatically
she
just
discounted
assumed,
it so
yeah,
quick.
just this. And then when Dorit got there and she was like, so what would you suggest? And then when she gave her suggestion, here she go looking at her sideways, and then in her confessional talking about what kind of advice was that? We brought you here to teach money, man. I was like, she already said that that's not what the
Thank you.
fuck she do. Like, so how are you getting the attitude? Like, you already made it up in your mind
Who
not to
she,
like her.
but she's sitting at the same table as you
Because
with money.
why are you here? Is another. You were the biggest marketer in business with Pepsi, Netflix. Why are you on
Uber. Hmm.
Housewives, ma'am?
And I'm gonna tell you
Why
this.
are you here?
There's been a lot of tea spill. I know people came at me because she leads with being black, and I love that. Like, of course, I'm a black woman, so I want to support everybody black. Doesn't mean I can't call out things that I see, because she's a black woman, so I want her to succeed, especially in on a cast full of white women. Who doesn't, right? At the same
Mm-hmm.
time, I'm not going to ignore. I just
Child, Bose is a
you already
brown
know.
noser.
And I'll say this: there's people that have worked with her
Mm-hmm.
that have dropped tea. And when I was on the live with Kempire and Brooke yesterday, a woman, shout out to her, had worked with her and said the damage she did to her people, black,
Yeah,
they're still trying to recover from that
yeah.
at
It's
Apple.
obvious.
So
Yes,
I was
it's
like, I
obvious.
said, I'm still going, I'm a watcher, but I'm still side eyeing. It just kind of baffles me the way I don't care for Kyle. Never
Can't
really
stand
have.
her. Mm-mm.
But the way Bose had me almost defending Kyle in that last episode when she kept asking Kyle, like about her dating in a roundabout way, and making it seem like somebody did say she's used to being in a boardroom and that's how she's treating the show. The girls like
Uh-huh.
she's in a boardroom,
Yeah,
and Kyle's like,
chess pieces.
yes, I ain't the only one single. I said, not you out here got me kind of defending Kyle a minute, like back up because this is what I was gonna bring up about Rachel, how she's so seamlessly fit and how it like we're getting the real her. Bose is talking to Kyle and is going to Kyle about dating. And Rachel's side commentary had me cracking up. Like she was just
Yes,
having her
she
own.
was sitting on that couch. I was
Yes,
like, I love this bitch. I
yes,
love her.
yes.
I love her.
I said she's just being her. She don't even realize,
Yes.
she ain't thinking about audio, making
Nope.
sure what's
Nope.
it's getting her
Nope. 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 She do
clean
not
audio, none
care.
of that.
But if you pay attention, Bose has really come into this season in the role of this is my show and I'm running it.
Yes, I said, oh,
And I don't know how that's going to bode with Kyle. So I don't know if this friendship that she has with Erica is gonna last long. I
because
don't know.
we know
I
where
don't
Erica's
know.
allegiance is.
Yeah, but I don't think that at where we at right now in the season that they've put two and two together because she been running shit.
Yes,
She the one asking the questions,
thank you, Keisha.
directing this and she directing traffic like she at the airport, child. And they just trying to figure out like what the hell is going on. Yeah, she like when you just said that she's treating this show like the boardroom, it's exactly what she did. She came in season one, she analyzed everybody, and she figured out what she needs to do and say to get herself in the position that she is in now.
Thank you for calling that out. I said, oh, because that's the energy I got to like,
Yep.
because didn't she make a comment last season about the queen? Like, there was a reference made
Yeah.
and it was like
About Queen
indirect.
Bee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yep.
was
Yep.
like,
Yep. Yep.
okay, I see what's happening now. It is going to be
Mm-hmm.
interesting because I always tie Erica back to the season that Vanderpump didn't show up to the reunion and they said,
Yeah.
who's the queen now? And Erica says, Kyle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see
Mm-hmm.
where that lies. What do you think about Kyle and her story and her all of a sudden being vulnerable?
Girl, I think it's a crock of shit. And I don't even understand why Kyle is still on this show, why she gets away with everything that she gets away with. Like, girl, we already knew you was over there carpet munching. No, nobody care. Nobody cares, girl. This is 2025. Don't
And
nobody care. And then that crock of shit about she was the one that didn't want to talk about it.
come
We're
on,
not about to play this game. We're not
that
about to play this game. You were the one that didn't want to talk about it. Like,
and
stop.
to me, if she wanted to, if she wasn't sure where she was, her sexuality wise, and wanted to talk to her daughters about it, I would respect that if you hadn't tried to bait us with these videos, bringing the girl on the show, not even just to sing, but the tattooing, even down to them having that brunch and last season, and them all of a sudden talking about scissoring and all that stuff. Like so, like
Girl,
you baited the audience, or you baited, but and now when we want to talk about it, it's don't try to out me. No, I don't agree with people outing people. Absolutely not. I get
correct.
that. But you brought this on with the video and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
Like, girl, come
but her
on,
trying to act like now that it was Morgan that didn't want to talk about it
girl.
and wasn't comfortable talking about her. That lady is a walking dyke. Like, don't know, like we all know. Girl, don't nothing about you scream you like dick. Girl, you were the dick. It's like, stop. Stop. What the hell is going on? This is like, what? Morgan was the one that didn't want to talk about her sexuality. Like, we all know she likes cootie cat. Like, stop, Kyle. Please stop. Like, the fact that they be trying to play in our face is just like, what in the hell is going
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Like,
Like,
stop. It is ridiculous, Kyle. Like, don't nobody care.
and I said, oh, of course they all listen to the audience, but when she was on her porch or whatever with Erica and she said, I know, I'm always telling people to be honest. Yeah, because that's my biggest critique. She's always the
Mm-hmm.
one saying be honest. And now all of a sudden you're talking about, I know, but it's like, oh, so you make an allowance for you. Like, I know
Yeah.
that but here's my reason why.
Yeah,
And
I think with Kyle, sorry to cut you off. I
no,
think
go
with
ahead.
Kyle I think it was a situation where we had always been hearing rumors that Mo was out there cheating, right? And I think that she got tired of it. I think she met Morgan. There was an attraction and she started fooling around with her. And I think that she told her husband about it. And I think that she thought in her head that it was going to make him jealous and make
Mm,
him want to fight for her in their marriage. And it did the complete opposite because if you were the one, because we saw her outside first. We didn't see
yes,
him outside
you
first. It
right.
seemed like she was the one that was like, okay, I'm over here doing this with this girl or whatever. We're separating. Okay. And remember, it was supposed to be him having that apartment or whatever for 6 months. And then that nigga went and signed a motherfucking lease and everything else. She fucked up because that nigga went outside and he ain't stopped going outside. Okay. And I think that she was mortified and surprised with, damn, he don't give a fuck. Like, he really don't care. Like, damn,
Keisha,
like I kind of played myself because if it wasn't that case, when he talks about his dating life or
come
whatever,
on.
let's not talk about that. I don't want to talk about that.
Keisha, when he asked her, are you dating? And then when he brought up the pictures and he said, sometimes the passion overtakes you. I said, girl, I said, ooh. But she was telling him she mad that he been caught with pictures, but when it comes to PK, he may not know pictures were being taken. Why you don't have the same energy for both?
That's
But
why I'm
anyway,
like, Kyle, girl, goodbye. Y'all go ahead and divorce and just be done with it because
and
that
just
man is not coming back.
he is.
He
He
is
said,
not
I
coming
told
back.
somebody that he's out there singing. He in the mirror. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back
Child,
and forth with you niggas.
only reason why he hasn't pulled the pow pow on that divorce is because they don't have a prenup. And he ain't trying
Mm,
to split that money. It's
yeah.
going to take Kyle to be the one that actually initiates it. Because for right now, this works for him. He
Right.
gets the best of both worlds. He get to spend the holidays with y'all, come by, play Santa, and then go on to be with his hoes. Because
Yeah.
he with a new bitch every week. I'm so sick of seeing that man outside kissing a new white lady.
Legs wrapped around
I'm like,
everything.
you gonna get mono. You're nasty. Ew.
And then when sometimes when he's with PK, it's like, and I listen, I did agree with Dorit. Dorit said PK looking at Mauricio
Yeah.
wanting to live. Kyle ain't like that. Living
Mm-mm.
his life like, oh,
Mm-mm.
I could do that too.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah,
PK, you
when
got
Rachel
little
was like, "Yeah, one
kids.
of my girlfriends tried to hook me up with Mo," she said, "I was like, yeah, nigga, he outside, girl. He ain't coming back.
I
You
used to
fucked
listen.
up."
I used to listen to this podcaster who married a very wealthy man in LA and that dibbled and dabbled, I believe, in real estate. I believe he was in real estate, but he's, and I don't want to sound, the Shahs of Sunset. What is their,
Persian.
that's right, Persian. She
Mm-hmm.
married a Persian man because she knew all of them and whatever, whatever. And she had a Patreon, baby. She eventually got rid of it. When I tell you, she was talking about how the girls would always leave with a parting gift, a little bag from Mauricio.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime
Niggas, that ain't nothing for
she
him.
was
That
running
ain't
it
nothing.
down. She said so that they all in their circle, they all kind of knew. Like if a girl had that bag,
Mm-hmm.
now
Yeah.
again, and I'm not saying that's 1000% true. I'm just saying the girl was in the life with the people.
Mm.
I
Oh
was like,
yeah.
she used to be
Mm.
a nanny for Dorit.
Oh, I'm not surprised at all.
Yes. So she was
Mm-mm.
like, yes. I said, oh, but again, we've always heard rumors, but I think he was discreet. And I think Kyle felt like as long, the old school women, as long as you don't
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
bring it to my
Then the
door.
rumors kept on going and going. And I still stand on the fact that him and Dorit was a little bit too close for comfort.
Do you think that's why Kyle goes so hard for PK
Yes.
to try to
Yes.
get back at her? Yeah, because I'm like,
Yes. Yes, yes,
because
yes. The
it
rubbing
wasn't,
and because I'm sorry, no way is you gonna kiss my husband's shoulder.
girl,
That
that was
whole situation,
so crazy. And I know people can say, I don't care. None of my friends would be kissing Corey on the shoulder like that because that's not his cheek.
it was given. I slipped up in the moment and wasn't thinking about the cameras was here. That whole season, I remember talking about it with my girlfriend when they was in Aspen or whatever, and they was talking to each other the whole time, riding on a ski lift together. It was a lot going on. And I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow. Yeah. I was like, you
And
better
then
keep your eye.
didn't Mauricio say Dorit was his type, or was he joking? They had asked with any of the ladies
I
in the
can't
group their type or
remember.
something like that.
Oh, I do remember that. I do, I do,
Remember?
I do, I do, I
I'm like,
do.
did
And
Mauricio say
Dorit seemed
Dorit?
like, even though Dorit tried to act like she a girl's girl, if push came to shove, she'd fuck with Maurice in a hot second and say, fuck Kyle.
And the men love Dorit. I picked that up when Bo said when she reconvened with Nico at the speed dating event. She said all the men love like Dorit. Because Dorit probably knew how to turn it on and be giggly and all of that. So all the men like Dorit. I said, okay. And she was talking about how nervous she was going to be at first. Girl, no.
Oh, and on Married to Medicine, I keep on pointing out, why is Angel the third wheel with, why she keep on showing up with them all the time? And I keep on pointing out, Quad, have you not met Portia? Why do you keep on bringing this girl around your nigga?
Always, always from the pool, from the party when King was out there with them. My husband might have made us food and then went on back but then I guess they feel like they
Exactly.
got to film, but I'm like, nah, nah.
No.
He'll film you bringing
Mm-mm.
the food, going back in the house.
No. And they cracked me up with this whole house situation because I did my exposed video on
Yes, I
them.
watched it. I think about that when you did you Was it you that put up an old picture of King? And I said, that is so funny how a shape
Yes.
up. Yeah, okay. How a shape up and a
Yes.
beard will change things, honey.
Yes. And I'm like, you talking about having a baby with this man and y'all still ain't acknowledge that he already got one.
Yes. Yes, y'all go to Color Me Pink and watch her expose. Oh, that was so good.
And y'all still trying to front and act like that Bentley is yours when we all I've proven that
The
that is one of
way
his cars.
you broke the Bentley down, the whole Bentley thing, I was like,
Like, girl, that is one of his rental cars that he rent out for people. That is not your car. Like, y'all could have did a better job of trying to make this believable. Like,
I,
stop.
I wonder, are they is she really trying to have a baby? And if so, is she willing to go that far for the show? Or is it that she wants, not saying that she don't really want to be a mother, but I'm just wondering, like, is this for
I
the
don't think
show?
this is for the show. I think that she's really in it with him. I
Okay.
think that she knows that that's of course not her car and that he let her drive it.
Okay.
Because that's exactly what it is. He letting her drive it, you know. Um, but I think that she is choosing to turn the cheek on a lot of
Okay.
things when it comes to him.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because she loves
Yeah.
him and this is what, yeah.
Yeah, because she want a kid. She's at a certain age and he quote unquote fine. So yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, Kirk and his houses that
Shop.
and businesses that ain't even in his name. Like, girl, okay.
That was so sketchy and shady. But it's like
Mhm.
you probably are living at her house. Cause like,
Yeah.
cause then he have the house in the mama name, like a lot of stuff in the
Yeah,
mama's
he
name,
got
right?
mother in his mother's name, and then he got a whole house with his baby mama. So yeah,
Yeah.
he's not rushing to get a house with you. He already got a house.
And when it didn't because to me, I feel like people can say what they want, but if you're secure and you have your own money and you bring in, and Quad is saying, look, because we know that we've never seen his house, right? But
No,
why not? And say, all right, well, I'm gonna pay the mortgage on it then, or what have you, or whatever, like, or I'm still gonna maintain my residence. But if you want me here, then this is what I'm gonna pay. It just seems like, and there was a part of me that was like, man, does he even like her? Like some of the jokes, but you know what? That's
yeah, this season he has been very critiquish, if I'll say that.
yeah of
And it's
her.
once again giving me, why are you bringing Angel around? Because Angel is a bad bitch, and you keep on pointing it out too. And I'm
You
like,
let us know
what's
every
going on with
time,
that?
right?
Like, calm down. And I was like, okay, you keep on bringing this girl around that man. Don't be surprised.
Child, that
Don't be surprised.
because we've heard no mention of her. Is she a friend of, or is she full time? She's full time, right?
She
I,
wasn't in the was she in the beginning
oh, you know
in
what?
the intro?
That's right. She might. Okay, so she might just be a friend of.
Yeah, I think she might just be a friend of. But you know, I did a whole video that I had been sitting on for the longest. I had that video sitting for maybe about a year and a half before I finally put it out over the summer. It was a video of her baby daddy. He was caught in the bed with another man. Yeah, and the dude had exposed him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I wonder will that get talked about on the show, like her situation with him.
I don't know how I missed that video.
Yeah,
Excuse me,
I'll send it to you.
please.
Yeah, I
Okay,
have the actual video of him in the bed with the man. The dude,
what?
yeah, videoed him in the bed with him sleeping. Yeah, Angel Baby Daddy. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow, how long ago was that?
Now I had been sitting on that video.
For about a year and a half, you said,
Yeah,
right?
because
So
I was like, she wasn't on anything or whatever. So I was just like, I don't have a reason to talk about this for
yeah,
real, for real. So I just held it. And then when I found out that she was gonna be on Married to Medicine, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna hold it until it get close to the season about to start. And I finally dropped it. Because it was on the blogs and everything, but like it didn't really grow
get like
legs for real because nobody like she wasn't doing anything. You know what I'm saying?
right.
But yeah. Mm-hmm.
Child. That is okay. Send it to me because I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah.
That is crazy. So if she is a medicine wife, that's what. Then I wonder if we're gonna talk about it.
Well, no, she's not a med. She's a
Oh,
nurse.
that's right. I
That's the
mean, no,
reason
I
why.
was
Yeah,
being.
she
Oh
got on
yeah,
the
so
show.
she would be a right. I jokingly call them the medicine wives.
Yeah, she's single, so that's why I was like, why are you steady bringing
Yeah,
her around your man? Like,
and I
what is
wonder
going on?
when they bring these women on, are they truly your friends like that, or do you have to push it for the show?
9 times out of 10, they're pushing it for the show. It's certain instances where, yeah, this is actually my real
Yeah.
life friend. Like with who is that? Mostly with the housewives, they'll say that this is my friend, but they're not friends for real.
Yeah.
The
They
producers will
they
be
keep
like, we're
showing
gonna
that
have
one
her come
picture
in
over and
through
over
you.
again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna have her come in through you, and we're gonna have y'all act like y'all friends or whatever. But really, they've only sat down and maybe had lunch with each other a few times before the cameras come up. But I think her and Angel were actually cool and
Friends.
friends.
Okay.
Like, yeah, yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
wonder if she'll try to. Well, Yandy don't have nothing to do with medicine because now that Yandy is, well,
Oh
we've
yeah.
been knew it, but we've been knew she was single. But I'm just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
They were
Yeah.
just that Niecy. Did you see the pictures of Quad and Yandy? They went to Niece. I think it was Niecy Nash's party.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
I
They
said,
all been out.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
said, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah,
I
she
s-
been filming for the next season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So she's been
oh,
filming, and Mandisi still been filming. So I guess they just filming separately now at this point.
that is so like it's like we've been new, but also like he
Yeah.
just. I guess he said he's tired of it.
Yeah, like what's the point of like we've been broke up? It's okay.
So was him and Tamar, like Funky said.
No, because he said they've been broke up for a year.
No, I'm
So
saying so was. I wonder if him and Tamar were dipping and doing it like.
yeah, she basically was like when she was like, y'all owe me an apology. When she put that out last week, she was like, all y'all owe me an apology because she was like, I was never
Oh,
sleeping with a married man.
she was using word semantics.
Yeah, like I wasn't
I
dealing
wasn't
with a
sleeping
married
with a
man.
married man. He's not married and they not together.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's why I said in my videos, I was like, there's really no story here. I never
Because Yandy and
understood.
Tamar aren't friends, right?
No, that's why I said in my video, I was like, I don't really understand what Funky Don even thought that he was like exposing because Yandy and that man ain't together. And I said this before he even did the interview. I was like, they're not together. They're not married. She's not friends with Yandy. There's no issue here.
And
They're
you know,
two grown people fucking around. Ooh
and
wee.
if we knew it, you know, he knew that they weren't together then. You know,
That's
he
why I
knew it.
was
So,
like, it was semantics, like what we saw in the public. But if you watch Love and Hip Hop, like I do, because I do reviews,
yes, you do. Because I watch your reviews and not the
Yeah,
show. There's a
Yandy
couple of
already
y'all I
said,
watch.
you know, she had a little friend she was dealing with. He had women he was dealing with,
Yeah.
and they was trying to figure their situation out.
Yeah.
So it was like never
Wow.
no story. I didn't never understand what the big whoop was.
Because yeah. Because of the way it was framed then. That
Yeah.
lady husband.
Yeah. I
Even though,
honestly felt like that he was lashing out because of his diagnosis and everything that had just came out. I
oh,
really think it
okay.
was misplaced anger. That's what I
Okay.
thought. Because
You
it
know what?
literally yeah, got diagnosed, and then I think it was literally the next day or maybe 2 days afterwards that happened. And that's when he went on there and got the, going off.
That is such a good point because
Mm-hmm.
you never know how you could speak to that like how
Yeah.
that would did you
Mm-hmm.
go through a lashing out phase or an angry
No,
phase?
no,
Okay.
I ain't had time. That's why I was like, he had to just been spiraling or whatever.
Okay.
Um, because the reaction to me wasn't on par with what she said in that interview with L'Oreal, with
Okay.
her just simply saying, yeah, I threw a party for a friend. Yeah, I threw a party for a friend. That's literally all she said.
And then he just
So yeah, she was being smart, but that's not nothing to I'm on you get on the line and do all of this. Like it just was like I would have been like in real life, I would have been like, okay, bitch, you trying to be funny. Okay, I know what's going on, but I wouldn't have ran to the internet with that. Like
okay.
it was ridiculous. Cause in that mind frame, I'm more worried about my life and my health. I don't care about that.
Right,
Like
none of
that's
that.
nothing.
Right.
Like that's why I was like, I think that he was just lashing out.
Wow.
I really
Okay.
do. Yeah.
That makes sense. Didn't even put those two together. That definitely makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wow. That is so it was a lot going on. Well, speaking of a lot going on, I saved my favorite for last.
Oh Lord, what?
Salt Lake. Y'all see Keisha smile? I knew it. I knew it was hers too. That's why.
I can't wait for it to come on tonight.
Look, I'm rocking. I'm like Sophia from The Color Purple. Miss Sophia home. Salt Lake City is home
Yes.
now.
Yes. Yes.
Overall,
Yes. Yes.
If
Yes.
you had to sum up the season in no more than 5 words, how would you sum it up?
Mm. Messy. Hilarious. Outrageous.
Yeah.
Um, wow.
That okay. As you're saying it, you know when they do a show and they put the words up like this,
Yeah.
as you were saying
Yeah.
it, that's what I was doing.
Yeah. 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 Them bitches got it and
Messy,
ran with it.
hilarious, outrageous. Wow, it's
Wow.
perfect.
And this more than one word, but I know you lying.
Yes, messy, hilarious, outrageous. Wow, because I know you lying.
Yeah, like
Yes.
they got the formula and have ran with it. Now I will say I have been saying on my reviews that I love this season. Do not get me wrong. But I'm tired of the whole Meredith situation at this point. If we do not get the payoff on the season finale, because this is what I've been saying that I think is going to happen, because
Oh,
Salt Lake City
I know
is
what you,
really
yeah.
good for keeping a big old surprise, and them heifers
Yes.
do not let nothing leak. They
Yeah.
keep their mouth shut, and they've done it 2 seasons in a row. So I
Yes.
wouldn't be shocked if they do it again this season, because if they don't, then it was like, what is the point?
The nothing
It's the
burger.
reason why I feel like they keep on hounding on this airplane situation with Meredith. And the fact that Meredith keeps on denying that she acted this way and refuses to give a genuine apology. And that Heather is being the one that keeps on needling it, especially since Meredith and Brittany already sat down and came to a truce or whatever.
Right.
So the fact that this keeps on coming up and Heather is the one spearheading it again, because she always is the one that brings the receipts and be like, I'm just doing this for the group, when she ain't got no storyline her damn self. If you notice that, she
Painting
is the
her
Giselle
office.
of the group. She's the Giselle of the group, where she gets shit going, but keep her shit quiet.
Yes.
So I'm like, either what's going to happen on this cash trip, if they don't have it where she comes and says, now, I didn't want to do this, but Meredith, you keep on saying you didn't do anything. I've been giving you opportunities to admit it and you won't. Here's the clip, the audio, something. I really think that they have the audio or a video, because it doesn't make sense that they wouldn't.
Like a producer or somebody wouldn't pull out their phone for that long period of time.
With all of that going on, how could nobody have filmed it, videoed it, audioed it, something? Let's not forget, on this season of Potomac, when they were on that boat on the cash trip, and Angel and Jazzy were talking off camera, cameras were down, and somebody filmed them having a conversation. I want to say it was a producer. And it was video of them in the cart going back to the hotel having that private conversation.
Right.
So you mean to tell me Meredith is on this plane for 4 hours acting a fool and nobody got the video and the audio? Potomac is, Salt Lake City is known for having these big old wild moments at the finale. So if that doesn't happen, I'm going to be pissed. Because why in the hell are we still talking about this?
Because at the end of the day, nobody's a beacon of truth on that show.
No.
You know what made it believable for me? Mary legitimized it for me. When Mary came out.
I believe it.
Because Mary seems genuinely concerned for Meredith. Even when she goes and checks, like, she's genuinely concerned. I was trying to see.
She looking at her like, bitch, how the fuck did you sit there and say this and
she
happen? Like, what?
But Meredith, like, and Mary is never at a loss for words.
No, because she looking at her like, oh, bitch, you crazy.
I was trying to find this Reddit thread. There was a Reddit thread and I had screenshot it. And the person is a flight attendant and said, I wasn't on flight so and so, but I spoke to the attendants that were on that flight, and the girls are not lying.
Oh, yeah. I 1000% believe that happened. And I do believe that there is video and audio, and it's going to pay off in the end.
If it does not pay off, I'm with you, though, because it's like, why, what would be? And remember, we kept hearing stuff about Meredith during filming.
Yeah, that she got demoted, that she got fired, that she quit. It was so much stuff going on. And remember, if you remember in the trailer, it's one part where they're at the cash trip and they're outdoors somewhere and they got on some weird outfits or something like that, and everybody's distraught.
Yes, yes.
Yes, everybody is distraught. Something was going down, and it seemed like it was a big confrontation scene.
And Whitney saying, we're all suffering because of something that you did. I was like, girl, how are y'all suffering? But if stuff is going on, I wonder if stuff is going on behind the scenes that caused maybe all of them to get a talking
In
or
trouble or
something,
something. I don't know.
because they won't let it go.
They won't let it go. And I think it's because she's lying. And I think the situation is she's been told, because everybody keep on saying that, there's no video, there's no art. Nobody said anything about having
Right.
footage. So I think Meredith is like, oh shit, I got away with this shit. I'm gonna keep on lying, deny. So I think in her head, she don't think that there's no evidence, and then they're gonna gut punch her ass and bring the damn evidence. And they're gonna use Heather to do it because they always have Heather do it.
Yes. Yes. Speaking of Meredith, when they were on that sprinter on the way back from their day out, and when they were asking her, when Heather made that joke about the shower, the 2 and 1 or 1 and 2, did you see her neck and her mouth? Meredith,
People were talking about how it was doing
yes.
something or another or
And
whatever.
I
And
had heard that was like a symptom of like
yeah,
maybe,
users. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh, I don't know
wow,
if she a pill popper. I don't know what's going on with that
something
lady.
is going on with her, from especially from
But
season 1 till
yeah.
now.
Yeah, she just seemed checked out this season. Like she really honestly didn't care.
And
And
seems
I don't
over
I
it.
at first I was chalking it up to her being like, well, I got next gen too. I don't really have
Yes,
to show my life on there. I could just pop in and pop out, get a little
right.
check or whatever, do my little DJ thing and be good. And I think that she probably came into the season like, I'm gonna play the background this season,
Mm.
and it didn't work that way.
Because we know that little Miss Whitney gonna stir something, gonna
Oh
keep
yeah,
something
Whitney is
going.
going to stir the pot. But yeah, if they don't give us a big payoff with this, I'm gonna
You
be
are right, because they're
totally
all
annoyed.
crying about this. Like they were even almost all in
Yes,
tears at dinner. Like when Whitney said, "I
yes,
don't believe you have a problem. You are the problem." And then they're all. I'm like, why is everybody so?
yeah,
There may
yeah.
have been more implications because with the whole Jen Shah thing and how that finally came out and the backlash. I wonder if they're like,
Yeah, and I think it's also because everybody else can be held accountable, but Meredith, you want to act like you're a martyr and like you haven't done anything. Like that's weird to just not apologize and say you did this. Because so I would be like, girl, you trying to sit up here and gaslight all of us and make us believe that this didn't happen and we all saw it happen. So I think that she is like how it is when you get caught cheating. If you ain't got no proof, I'm just gonna deny.
deny, deny.
So I think that's really what she's doing because she doesn't think that there's any evidence. And I think that either production filmed it, audioed it, or Heather did, and they told her to hold it. And she's gonna be
Girl.
the one to bring out the receipts because she always does it because she's the producer's pet. And she
Girl,
wants to be the voice of truth and to bring the girls together.
and to
Uh,
have the receipts proof timeline, another thing, another.
Yes, yes. And then it gives her even more ammo with Meredith calling her a liar. Now, Meredith do be tripping because she sat up there in that girl face and called her a liar. She's like,
Yeah,
you just called me a liar. No, I didn't. I did not call you that. What are you talking
semantics.
about?
You
And I'm
said,
like,
okay, well, you said I'm lying then. Either
yeah, it was
way.
like, girl, you called her a liar. Then you, like, it happened, Meredith. So that's why everybody looking at her like, girl, you okay?
You sound like Mary. It happened, Mary.
It's like, baby, are you all right? You took one too many baths. Like, what is going on?
Mary wanted to put some oil on her.
Like seriously. And then one thing about Mary, she got her quirks. She can be rude sometimes, but she's never been known as a liar. So
That's what,
that's why people believe what she has said. She's
yes.
never attacked anybody on this show. She ain't never said about none of them girls, what they got going on. If she gonna talk about you, she gonna talk about your fashions, the way you look, call you inbred or something like that. But she ain't never came for none of them girls, none
Nope.
of their businesses, nothing,
And
nothing.
some of the stuff that the other girls are starting to say about Heather, Mary has said. Remember when Mary said Heather is judgmental for her judgmental self. Look at Lisa, her good friend now. You can't judge. And I was like, uh-huh, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Think about since this show has been we are on season 6.
6, right? Yeah.
What storyline has Heather ever had?
None. And I've called her out since the beginning. You know what turned me off to her? And I know people could say, oh, she was just
With that
joking.
black man shit in the beginning?
Girl, I felt it in my spirit. You already know. You know, I felt something. I said something. And I'm not saying she's y'all, nobody's claiming racist, this, that, whatever.
No, I think
I'm
she
just,
fetishizes black men
yes.
very much.
And I'm just like, something with you doesn't seem authentic to me.
Cause you notice ever since that season, we ain't heard her say nothing about dating nobody.
Come on.
Cause
When
you
they
know
were,
she date black men in real life. Cause ain't no white man checking for her.
and
She
she
looked too
hide,
much. You know who I said she looked just like?
don't do it, Keisha. What you get ready to say?
The lead singer of Van Halen.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. Look at them side by side.
I can't stand you that I'm pulling this up. Okay, I'm gonna
And
have
I
to look
have
at
been
this.
trying to pinpoint it for David Lee Roth. She looked just like David Lee Roth.
I cannot. Okay, hold on.
Side by side, ma'am. You can't tell me that ain't Heather.
Keisha, I'm not letting you do this.
You cannot tell me that ain't Heather. That is that man.
Oh, oh, y'all can't see.
No, you need to go back to the 80s. Hold up. What's this? David Lee Roth.
Keisha. Okay, now we might gotta. Oh my!
What I tell you. What I tell you.
There
What I
is
tell
one
you.
of him smoking a cigarette, holding a
Look
can.
at that man. She looked just like David Lee Roth. The same jaw, nose, everything. The hair. They are twins. And it took me so long to pinpoint it. I was like, oh my God, she looked just like him. That is David Lee Roth. She messed up her face. Because Heather didn't used to look like that when you look at old photographs of her.
She was
She was actually
beautiful,
pretty. She tore her face
but she
up.
did say you can never have too much. What did she say on the recent episode? Like you can never have too much. Like get it all.
Lies,
They were talking about.
lies, lies, fairy tale and fallacies. And if that lady say one more thing about getting them girls up out that house so she could be a whore, she like, fuck them kids. I am done. They 18. My duty is over. I'm like, ma'am, no,
She
it's
is
not.
the epitome of F them kids. I'm trying to find my text message thread because that is going to be our title. You said fairy tales and fallacies.
Lies,
Keisha's
fairy
episode
tales,
title.
and fallacies. Because,
Oh,
ma'am,
hold on.
bye.
All of it. Lies, fairy tales, and fallacies. Keisha's episode title. I'm not playing. I just text myself that. Oh my God. So overall, we're agreeing with Salt Lake
Oh, yeah.
City. When you said the formula, it brought me back to something I've been saying. Normally, we get tired of seeing a Housewives franchise repeat the same formula, rinse and repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Salt Lake City, to me, has the unique capability because it's still the same beefs. Whitney Meredith, or Meredith and this
Yeah.
person, or Lisa and this person. Mary and not so much Mary Child. They don't really be playing with Mary like that too much,
Yeah, no more. Uh-huh.
but it works.
But it also works, even though we have the inner beats with the girls and them going at it, we're still getting storylines from these
Yes,
women outside of Heather.
Heather. Yeah.
You got Mary with her son in her church
Mm,
and the death of her mother. You got
yes.
Bronwyn over there dealing with her farting, cheating ass husband and her inconsiderate mama, and her daughter living over there in the house with her man.
Girl, I
You got
said,
Lisa husband finally tired of her and cussing her out for old and new. Woo, that's been
girl.
so good to watch. You got Whitney over there, damn near on the chain gang.
She said,
She
"Oh,
looking at
don't you
Justin like,
know?" Oh,
nigga,
y'all might have seen my nips. Go ahead, but it's
it
okay.
might be time for me to cheat again because you ain't got no money. And I need to go
Child,
where the money resides. That's what it's giving with Whitney, okay?
I
Like
was like,
she's
okay.
starting to question things. You
She
know
was
what I'm
almost with
saying? Like,
Sephora, and now you didn't
yeah,
lost my shot.
yeah. Like they give us actual storylines and conversations for us to discuss
Yeah,
outside of the petty drama and all of that stuff. That's why Salt Lake City works so well, because they're giving us everything that a Housewives franchise should give. And that's why they're the number one show.
and
The other girls aren't doing that.
they're not isolating themselves from each other. My
Yes.
listeners have heard me say this again and again. It's such a small moment, but it really stuck out to me the morning they woke up in Greece when it was Heather, Brittany,
They was
Whitney, and
outside.
Bron went outside, and Angie stepped out on the pool on that ledge and said, I'm going to step out. And
Yeah,
Heather
yeah,
was like, will you
yeah.
fall in the pool? And Lisa came right out there. Hey, girlies. And they were
Even though
laughing.
it was, yeah, even though they was looking like, bitch, what the fuck?
Yes, but it was like, yes, they all were looking, but then they all end up laughing together. You know,
Yeah,
it's like,
laughing, but then they did leave her ass.
yeah, they,
They was like, okay, bitch, it's
but wait,
weird because
and
we
then
forgot
almost
yesterday.
flipped on Brittany when Brittany brought up, you see how we're all having a good time except for one person. They was like, girl,
Even that heifer, Brittany being a shitty mama, that man over there
girl,
taking her back and forth and round and round again, like they bring it.
they bring the way
They
I
bring
wanted
it.
to come from the shoulders on Brittany when she talking about comparing Meredith wanting to talk to her son to her not being able to talk. Now, girl,
That was the perfect opportunity for Meredith to cuss her
that's
out
because
and make her cry. Because I
I
would
would,
have cussed her out.
you would have been sad walking away. You thought that you was upset before. I know you're not comparing my situation to you walking away from your kids
On purpose.
for some penis. Absolutely not.
Girl, bye.
Only to not be with the man that you walked away from them for.
4. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you talking about it's bittersweet. I get that it might be bittersweet, but you are not a victim in that
No.
situation. And even if
No.
Meredith honestly had a went off and cussed her slam out for bringing up them rumors, so what, Brittany? Because you know you was doing it to be funny. It's the aggression of it to me. Like it must be
Yeah.
something.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you,
it's some truth there because we keep on hearing about this man cheating
yes.
and got a whole nother family or whatever. I mean, they've been having problems in their marriage ever since the beginning of this show. Let's
And
not
notice how
forget
we've
that.
seen him one time so far. That was in the first episode when they were all
Yeah.
showing the ladies and they were in her jewelry store
Yeah,
or
but you
whatever.
know, it's there have been rumors about Meredith doing
Yeah.
her own thing or whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know what's going on over there with them child. I really honestly don't care, but I'm just happy that Lisa and her lymphatic legs are getting everything that
And
she deserves. Because
on
don't she
that
got
note,
legs just like Wendy Williams? You can't say she don't. You can't say she don't. That's why she always covering them up, except for when they on vacation.
did
Her and
you
Giselle got the
say
same legs. Lymphedema. Them lymphedema. That's why I eat her up. I be, girl, you and them lymphedema legs. If you don't get the fuck on somewhere, girl, bye. Because
the,
she think that she is hot shit, and she looks like a witch.
the fact that you
Lisa is
said
not that cute.
lymphatic?
She need a lymphatic drainage. Like, girl, get out of here with your foolishness. Ma'am, stop.
See, that's why they're on the right show because, man, we're going to take it
They
there.
will get eaten. One thing that I will say, now that they're bringing back Ultimate Girls Trip, which will be a road trip now,
Yes.
I need to see certain people mixed in with certain people because I want to see how bad you really are. Because one thing that Ultimate Girls Trip proved to us that we always knew is that the big bad wolves on a franchise aren't big bad wolves in real life and around other women.
Come
because
on.
Tamra got ate up by Dorinda.
It was crying.
Didn't know what to do. She a punk in real life. In real life, I need to see Erica try that shit with a black girl that ain't no black white girl. A black girl that's gonna eat her ass up. She know not to play that shit with the right
I was
people.
gonna say she's not gonna try it with a Portia because I could see Portia being like, okay, Erica, don't get cute.
Yeah, like really eat her up. Really eat her up.
Like
girl,
all
bye.
the way up.
Eat her up. Like I need to see certain girls mixed with certain girls because we need that energy.
You know who I've always wanted eaten up bite by Lisa Rinna.
Oh yeah, I couldn't stand her.
Remember
Oh
when
my
she was
God, I
like,
hated
she
her.
would go to Atlanta. Girl, please.
Girl,
Especially the Atlanta of old. Baby, you not handling
child,
a Kenya
please.
Moore, a Portia, a Nene,
No,
a Marlo.
no. Them little mind games she used to try to play on that show. Girl, ain't nobody falling for that.
Yeah. But you are
No.
so right. I want to see certain people paired with
Yes. And I
certain
really
people.
do hope that the rumors about Nene
Me
being
too.
in talks is true.
I said this, okay. We talked about it yesterday, and I said, this is what I need. And first of all, in I said I want my OGs, at least for the first season. I don't want to see Giselle. I don't want to see a
No.
Monique. I want to see if you were not a housewife on any franchise during White Refrigerator, Family Van, um, Teresa pushing the table. You are not an
Yes.
OG. I said I want them to show you see a white car, like you hear wheels like over gravel, and then you
Hmm.
see a car stop, a door open. You know, Nene loved her legs. You see her
Yeah.
leg and her
Yeah.
boot come out, and you
Yeah.
hear, honey,
Ooh,
not a
child.
white Toyota Camry. And it's
Yeah.
a Camry that's freaking.
That would be amazing. Not a Toyota Camry. That would be epic.
And
Epic.
and then boom, they're back. I would
Yes.
live.
Live.
Oh my
We
God.
need that.
Yes,
We need
I
that.
need to see that leg. Stop looking at my legs, Apollo.
Yes. I also have been thinking, I was like, it would be dope if they did a show with like the old housewives that only lasted a season or two or a few seasons. Like, put them all together.
I
Because
was
there
in,
was it was a lot of wackies.
listen,
Wackos.
you know who? And they got rid of her because I believe because she was coming for Kyle Carlton.
Carlton was everything.
Remember
That
when she
witch.
called her witchy poo? Carlton was like,
Yes. Carlton was scary and I lived. She would eat Erica up. She would give Erica a run for her money. Yes.
oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Because Erica is such an easy read. Girl, I cuss Erica out. Like she would never. Like, girl, bye. She caught the right one with Garcelle. Bose would eat her up too if they ever
If they if
end
she
up
ever
on
went there.
opposite sides. Because
Hmm.
what one thing that I did see with Bose last season when somebody came for her, she was kind of like stunned for a minute. But I think once she gathers herself, she'll come back with a read. But I think she's gonna be taken aback when somebody finally do come for her.
Oh, because she's not used
Mm-hmm.
to that.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think that she gonna even like cuss you out, cuss you out. She just has a loud, commanding voice. I really want to see how she works under pressure and like is she as
In
tough
conflict.
acts like she is. Yeah,
Yes. And in
yeah,
conflict. Like, how are you going to deal with
yeah, yeah,
instead of
yeah.
trying to right, because it's one thing to manage conflict around you, but
Mm-hmm.
when you're
Mm-hmm.
directly in the
Yeah,
conflict, how is that going? That's a good
yeah,
one. I I do believe that she would give an old, hopefully intelligent
yeah. I guess we'll see
Nancy.
that with her and Amanda since she picking on Amanda.
Girl,
Yeah. And so far
Amanda,
I liked Amanda. She ain't did nothing to
Amanda's
me.
she seems like she could be what the old Dorit was, just said whatever. Now I appreciate what I'm seeing now with Dorit is the Dorit that first came on the show, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden she went mute. Do you
Yeah.
remember? I couldn't think of her name. For those of y'all that are watching, when I did the episode with Rodney, I couldn't think of this woman's name, and it came to me after. You remember Dorit, the season that Eden Sassoon was on,
Yes.
and Dorit, she was sitting down like they were swimming, and Dorit saw her, and child Dorit had her eyes for Eden, and she went walking over there and sat down next to her and was so infatuated. I said, before there was a Kyle, there was Dorit. I'm gonna find that clip. Y'all go
Hell
back and
no.
watch. I think it was Dorit's first season, and she laid eyes on that Eden Sassoon baby.
Yeah, she was cute though. She was
Yeah.
cute.
Eden
Yeah.
had gave a
Mm-hmm.
little like not stud, but stud like
Yeah.
a,
Mm-hmm.
and I think Dorit
Mm-hmm.
like that energy that she
Yeah. I mean, look who she was over there with. PK. Like he looked like a White
girl.
Castle's burger. I don't know nobody want that man. Like, girl, bye. No, soggy.
Child, now
Wet.
he out here liking Meg Thee Stallion. Sir, get out of here. I don't blame you though.
Child.
I mean, look, I don't looking at Meg. I don't blame you, but
PK. He another one that said fuck them kids. The fact that that lady keep on saying he only see them on Saturdays when he is in town.
Yes. Yeah. And then didn't want the kids. I said such a move, a man move. I mean, and of course, not all men, but to say they not going to Florida. Well, if they going, I'm going.
Child,
The ladies
please.
told her right. Tell them, okay, go ahead.
But it's not surprising because he ain't been around. You was
Right.
saying that he was over there in London all the time. Anyway, that man been living his own life.
He might got a third family somewhere else.
Child wouldn't be surprised.
I,
Yeah,
I,
no.
I wonder if he, because remember, last season people thought they may have planned this like for the money to stage, but I feel like no, Dorit, I mean, PK is out.
Yeah, he done. Like it's a wrap. Yeah, it's a wrap.
And I
Yeah.
don't even think she might be scared for the possible, but I don't even think she for real. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. She had already started dating somebody. I don't know what happened with it, but she was dating somebody for a minute there.
See, she's not like Kyle, who was hoping to reconcile. I
Nah,
think
I think when she done, she done. Because I don't think she want to be back with him.
me
She gonna be
neither.
able to bounce back and find her another rich man.
She
She'll
definitely
be all right.
is. She definitely just don't
Cause
follow
you
your
see, Kim
homegirl and get a
Zolciak
MAGA.
then found her a new one.
Who?
Kim Zolciak, she done found her a new big fish.
Girl.
Yeah, she got her a rich, rich, rich man. Yeah. But I think he's still married. Yeah,
Well, there we
it's
go.
a
She
whole
found her
story.
type.
Yeah, he's still married. The wife is girl is a whole thing. I see
Oh,
it. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
He
I
said
was like,
she didn't.
maybe he'll pay off that tax money for
I
her.
was getting ready to say, look, she didn't got that snapper rejuvenized. She said it's on
But you
and
see
popping.
now, like Erica, she's really showing that whole Erica Jane shit was a facade because you would have thought that after dealing with the type of man she was dealing with, that she would have bounced back with another rich man. And the fact that you over there dating Dog the Bounty Hunter, whoever this man is now, this
Who's MAGA?
Republican. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, this is exactly who you are, trailer trash. Like, girl, get out of here. Like, yeah, she just showed everything about her. Like, all of that facade.
Yeah,
Bye.
all of it. It was all Erica Jane and not
Yeah.
Erica
And even
Girardi.
when she was on the little speed dating, acting scary and shit, it was
Yes.
like, you who talk all this shit, girl, get out of here. Get out of
Yeah,
here.
but now yeah.
Bye.
Then when she gave the number to Sutton, I was like, well, if he gave
I
it
was
to
like, I would have
you,
been like, girl, I want this. I
right?
ain't no charity case. Like,
And yeah, because if he
excuse
gave
you.
it to you and didn't give it to me, he had just enough time to give it to me because I was talking to him for a
And
while.
this is why I don't feel bad for Sutton, because you up here trying to kiss ass and be their friend and think that everything is cool. And the first opportunity she got, she was talking about you, sitting up here talking about how you shaped like a refrigerator and a deep freezer and all of this stuff. And girl, I was like, they don't like you. They
At
don't like
all.
you.
At all.
They do not like
They're just
you.
finding a different.
They're gonna continue to dog you and talk about you.
Yeah.
That's what you
Yeah.
get. This is exactly what you get.
This is the season they letting you breathe easy. Because if you don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna circle around again, oh baby.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even
Yeah.
know if it's the whole season. Because
No, because I mean, to be honest with you, like I even told my audience, I was like, don't be looking for consistent reviews because this season looked like it's dry as hell. Ain't nothing going on.
my
Nothing
re-
going on at all.
my review, I had to stretch it for it to be 29 minutes. If it's Salt
Child,
Lake,
nothing's
my
going on.
review could nothing could be going on, and my review still 45
Yeah,
minutes.
yeah. Beverly Hills ain't got nothing going on this season at all.
I was scrolling through my notes. Like I said, I had that tax stuff on because I was like, my notes is almost done.
Yeah. Nothing.
Keisha, thank you. You let me keep you 14 minutes past. I know you had a hard out. Keisha is booked and busy. She don't play by her schedule, y'all.
Girl, I got so much to do.
I appreciate you. I
No
value
problem. Thank
you,
you.
value your opinions, value our conversations. Y'all know where to find Keisha. I ain't got it. This is Color Me Pink. The people love Color Me Pink. Every time I see your name, I just want to sing down in the. It's just you know how you
Yes.
that marketing. But
Yes.
y'all make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. If for some reason you're not subscribed to Keisha, make sure you go over there. She does exposés, she drops videos, she has Keisha's Theater. I'm not going to tell you what it is. Go and look up Keisha's Theater. You will be pleasantly surprised. Keisha, thank you so much. Y'all don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on this video. If you have
Yes.
hypes and want to hype it, make sure you hype it. If you're listening, thank you so much for listening through the podcast app. If you're watching, we love y'all and we will talk to y'all later. See ya.
Thank you for having me on.